dolls, welcome back to our channel. I hope everyone is fabulous today. I am so excited that fall is upon us. And it's finally cooling down where I live because I live in the middle of California and it's like a freaking desert pretty much. It has been like 110 all summer long. And with all the wildfires burning around us, the air has been disgusting. And so now we're back down into the 80s, and I am back to being a happy Desiree. So I am bringing on the fall looks. It's at that like 80 something degrees is fall for us here in California, but it is. So I'm bringing on the fall looks, which is why I've got another darker, vampier look than you would normally see on me. This is my time of year. I love the darker lipsticks, the darker eye looks. Darker everything. And I cannot wait for next month. October for Halloween is going to be my favorite. I did some low-key, like easy peasy looks last year. My favorite was the plastic surgery patient because it was so easy and the best costume ever. And I saw so many girls after I posted it, like, end up, that was their costume. So it was super cool. And this year I can't wait to create so much more. So, but for at least the next month, I'm going to be posting tons of creative fall looks. All of them are hooded eye, wearable because I do have hooded eyes. So I make sure that all my hooded eye gals, are taken care of. You can really do this, all my looks on anybody. So, we're going to do this little cranberry look today that I threw together using my Morphe 24G palette. I bought this, filmed with it one time, and then put it away. Like, I have not used it since, and it's a gorgeous palette. It is your everyday palette, and a lot of these colors I have in other palettes, so I haven't brought it out, but it is a great everyday palette, and the sizes of the pans are double size. That's why it's called the 24G Grand Glam, because these pan sizes are huge. And it was such a good buy. Such a good buy. I don't know if Morphe still has it available, but if they do, I definitely recommend picking it up because the pigmentation on these are amazing. I'll link my old review somewhere around here. I'll make sure it's linked in this video though, so if you want to check it out. But it definitely does get 2 thumbs up from me. And also, not to forget, we also have our Natasha Denona giveaway going on right now. We have about 1 week left, so make sure you get all your entries in. The link to get entered is right at the top of the description box. It will say www.gleam.io/ whatever giveaway. Click on that because that's what you need to click on to get verified. Now you can come back every day for entries in by watching another video that is linked in there. So you can't get multiple entries on being subscribed or whatnot, but you do have to be subscribed and follow me on Instagram, and you can't unfollow later. I do have an app that checks that for me for both YouTube and for Instagram. So if you do unfollow later, you will be disqualified from all other future giveaways. But I am giving away, first prize gets a Sunset palette by Natasha Denona. That's a $129 palette. And then you also get a pack of makeup brushes. And then the second and third prize both get a mini Lila palette and a travel size pack of brushes. And this is open internationally, so all my international glam dolls, make sure you guys get entered. I like to share the wealth across the pond. So yeah, get entered, and that's running for 1 more week, and then I will be emailing all of the winners. So good luck to everyone, and I'm going to go ahead and dive into this look now. So I will catch you guys on the flip side. So today we're doing a full face, but I'm starting with my eyes first, which I never do. But when I work with reds, I really like to do eyes first because they can get messy. And I'm starting with Creamer in the 24G palette as my transition shade and just taking that into the crease and right above it. And then I'm going to go in with Brassy, which is the sienna reddish orange, burnt orange reddish color, and just blending that into the crease and slightly above it, but below the transition color. And then I'm going to take Glitz, which is this gorgeous pinky red cranberry shade, and taking that a little bit lower and more into the crease just to make this a little more red cranberry look. And now I'm going to take Mooch, which is another red brown, and just keep that into the crease. We're just deepening up that crease and kind of taking that out and making that a little bit cat eye. And then I'm going to take the Sephora No Mistakes concealer and put that on my mobile lid. And as you can see, I open my eyes really wide so that way it stamps the line where I need to stop with the concealer, because I have hooded eyes, so I want to make sure that my color still shows. And now I'm going to go in with Steady on the outer corner. This red is so freaking gorgeous. One of the prettiest reds I've ever worked with. And then I'm going to go in with Glossy, which is this pinky color, and take that on the middle part. And then on the inner corner, I am going to take Marble, which is the lighter pink, and then just blend those together. And now I'm going to go in with that deep brown Brew and keep that on the outer corner and just make like a little triangle right there. I'm just packing that on, and now I'm just taking a clean brush and blending it out. And that's just to deepen up the outer corner and give us some definition. And then I'm taking the brush that had the transition color and just blending that. And now I'm going to clean off the excess concealer and powder that I had on so I can go into my face, and I'm going to come back to the eyes later. And for primer, I'm using the Physicians Formula Spotlight Primer, and it is a complete dupe for the Becca Backlight Primer and any of her other liquid highlights. It is amazing. And now I'm going to take the Becca High Coverage Foundation. I forget the exact name, but I'm just dotting that on my face with the Beauty Blender, and now just blending it out. This foundation is some serious high coverage, and I've had it for a while, and I had the original packaging and I loved it for my high coverage days. And I like to switch through my foundations every now and again so that way they all get used up. And so this is the foundation of the week, and it's taking its turn. And now I'm going to use the Sephora Make No Mistake concealer. This is also a very, very, very high coverage concealer, so I just barely dotted it on. A little bit really does go a long way, so be very, very careful because it can end up a little cakey, but it is some serious high coverage and it does not crease. It is a really, really inexpensive alternative to some of the higher end ones. If you haven't tried it, I definitely suggest it. And now I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder in the color Fair, and just setting that mostly in the center of my face where I can tend to get oily. And then for bronzer, I'm using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and just warming up my face a bit. We all know I love to fake a good tan because I am really, really pale and washed out. So I'm just blending that all over. And this is literally one of my favorite drugstore bronzers. And to contour, I'm going to go in with the Hoola bronzer because it does have a little bit more of a grayish undertone, so it's better for me to contour with and deepen up my face. And I'm also taking that on my jawline and my nose and trying to make things look a little bit skinnier. And I don't really show it on here, but I do go in with a clean brush after and just blend everything out so that everything is seamless. And now for highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter, still one of my favorites to this day, and it gives the perfect amount of glow. And I'm taking that on my cheeks, above my brow, down my bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow, and my chin, and just glow into the gods. And now for blush, I'm using this loose powder blush that I got in my BoxyCharm some months ago. And now we're going to go back to the eyes, and I'm going in with Brassy as kind of like a transition underneath my eyes and taking that up into the outer corner. And now I'm going to take that brown color Brew on a more definer angled brush and keep that closer to my lash line and just going halfway across my lash line. And now for highlight, I am going to take, what is this called? Glazed. And I'm going to highlight my brow bone and also highlight my inner corners with it just to brighten everything up a little bit. And as you can see, it really does wonders with brightening everything up. And for liner, I'm just taking a cream liner by Japanesque on the lower lash line and a black liner by Too Faced on the upper lash line, just so my lashes and everything blend together better. And now I'm going to use my Revlon Super Skinny liquid liner and create a little bit of a wing. It's a baby wing, and just marry that all together. I do wings in like 3 steps. It's, create the triangle on the outside, draw a line to it, and then fill it in. It's super simple. And for mascara, I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, just coating them to get them ready for my falsies. And for falsies, I'm using my Ardell Wispies and my Duo Lash Glue. It's what I've been stuck on lately. That is pretty much all I've been using. But they give just the right amount of lash without being too overpowering because I still want the eye look to show through. And for lipstick, or liquid lipstick, I'm using ColourPop Frick and Frack. I have had this color forever, and I think I've only worn it ever one time. So it's nice to put it to good use. And by the way, this is not one of their super matte ones. I think this is like one of their satin formulas. So it's really comfortable and not drying at all. And this is the final look, you guys. I hope you guys like this little cranberry look using the 24G palette. And I'm glad to put another tutorial out there with this because there's not very many tutorials on this palette. I really recommend, if you can get your hands on it, to do so because it is highly pigmented and amazing. But that is all I have for you guys today. So make sure you guys go get entered in our giveaway, and I will see you guys in our next video later this week. Remember, we only have 1 week left on the giveaway. Love you guys. Bye.